So if you're looking for insight into how professors are running businesses, planning their businesses, and actually still doing their full-time academic work, this video is for you. So it is that time of year. It is late in December. That means the semester is over. Everyone is resting and also thinking ahead and thinking about what you want the next year to look like. And so every single year for my clients, I host this business planning session. I call it a semester proof business planning session where we go through the whole year and we map out what you want your business to look like, feel like, how much you want to make, how you're going to make that happen, what kind of content you're going to create. What are the systems you need to have in your business? We do all of that. And so I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into what that looks like. And so I'm going to walk you through a bit of my planning process because I like to do it before I give it to my clients. So I start working on my business a little earlier and I want to share some of the thoughts that I've been having. And also, if you look in the description of the video, I'll give you the opportunity to get my planning doc. So this is a Google Doc that you can fill in. It is also spreadsheets that you can use to manage your business, plus an audio walkthrough of my planning session that I actually did with my clients last year. Normally I sell this, but I am participating in a business bundle for educators. And so for the next month and a half, you can get access to my semester proof business planning session replay for free. So check that out in the description. Okay, so this year I've made a few updates, but same things hold true. I provide some reflection prompts that you can use with your AI if you like. And let me tell you, these prompts are so good. So let me share the 2 prompts that I'm going to be using with my clients this year. And I use them myself and wow, ChatGPT really got me together. So this is going to be like the pre-work, the work that you want to do before you start planning. So you always want to start with reflection, thinking about the year ahead, how you want to feel, how you want things to look, what your goal is, what your purpose is. Maybe if you have a word or theme of the year, what should that look like? All right, so I have my 2026 semester proof business planning session worksheet here. This is the one that I'm going to give to my client. So here's a sneak peek. Prompt number 1. Given what you know about me, tell me something about myself I don't know. If you've been talking with your AI chatbot, this question is going to be gold for you. Okay, and then once that pops up, then you're also going to ask, based on what you know about me, what are my blind spots? What opportunities am I missing? What potential am I squandering? And what should I be paying attention to that I'm probably not? And let me tell you, this prompt got me all the way together and told me where I was leaving money on the table, opportunities I'm missing, and how I'm not showing up as my full self. It's like, okay. But this is a great place to start because it starts to get the inspiration going. It starts to show you how you can show up next year in a way that you didn't this year, or how you can fully embody who you are even more than you did last year. So start with reflection. The next thing that we do is vision planning. So I have my clients map out, starting with 5 years from now, what do you want your life to look like? Are you married? Do you have kids? How many? How much money are you making? Are you still in academia? Are you doing academia and your business? How much is your business making? Do you have employees? How many clients do you have? So figuring out that really far 5-year vision and then bringing it back. Well, if that's the 5-year vision, what does my 3-year vision need to be? And then if that's my 3-year vision, what should my 1-year vision be? What should my life look like at the end of the next year? For me, it's 2026. And so this exercise is so valuable because it shows you how you need to show up right now to become the person that you want to be in the future. And 5 years is far enough off that you don't have to be like super realistic and hold yourself back in the goal setting. That happens when you bring it back down to the 3-year plan and the 1-year plan. Okay, so now with all that motivation energy, we're ready to dive into our planning session. All right, so the first thing that I do with my clients is revenue planning. This is crucial because often academics kind of let the fact that they have a full-time job hold them back. They don't really need their business to provide income to them. It's just like a nice to have. And so something that I talk about, especially in my six-figure professor program, is how you have to set a financial goal, and there has to be a real reason behind the financial goal that it's going to be strong enough to actually motivate you to move forward in your business. For me, when I was first starting, my financial or my revenue goal was $10,000. This is how much I felt like I needed to survive in the summer without having to teach a class over the summer for the income. That was my first revenue goal. After that, my rent went up on the condo that I was living in, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I should probably buy a home, but I don't have any money saved. So my next revenue goal was a hefty down payment, which I got from my business to purchase my condo. I also wanted to pay off some credit card debt. That number was another revenue goal for me. So whether it's I want to be able to support my aging parents, I want to have someone come in and clean my home, I want to have a chef cook for me. You have to find a financial goal that you actually care about in order to motivate you to do your business alongside the extra work that you have. So there are a couple ways that you can come up with your revenue goal. You can just choose a number, you can choose a goal. For me, since I am almost 9 years into business at this point, I am going to use profit margin. So I'm going to figure out how much I spent in expenses last year, and I want to have at least a 50% profit margin in my business. So that is going to tell me my revenue goal for this upcoming year. Okay. So then how are we going to get that revenue? You want to think about what will you be selling, and is it realistic that the offers that you want to sell will actually lead you to that revenue? Do you need to supplement your digital product sales with speaking the way that I do? Do you need to create templates or any courses? What should you be talking about? How are you going to be, or what are you going to be selling in the next year? And how are you going to do that selling? Like, are you going to use social media for selling? I recommend my clients use email for selling, and so therefore we talk about how to get people on your email list and people who are actually interested in purchasing your offers. And then finally we talk about marketing. How are you going to acquire new clients, acquire new leads, new people who are interested in what you are doing? That doesn't mean you have to be on social media every day, but what are you going to leverage? Are you going to leverage SEO? Are you going to leverage AI search? Are you going to leverage ads? Are you going to leverage Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest? There's so many ways, and do not do all of them. Do the one that resonates most with you and the place where your potential clients are going to be. Okay, so after that, then I have my clients map out the customer journey. Like, where are people finding them? How long does it take before they get on your email list? What are you going to send them via email that sends them to your offer? All of the things. So we map the customer journey, and it's good to have an idea like, well, how will people find me? And when they do, what do I want them to find? And after they find me, what's the first step that I want them to take? So doing that exercise of mapping someone who has never heard of you to finding you, to learning more about you, to saying yes to your offer. Huge. Okay, and so after we map the revenue, again, that's really important specifically for my clients who are academics. That might not be the first step for other business owners, but I just care about academic business owners because I want them to succeed. We don't have to do everything like everyone else. So that's why I put the revenue first. Once we have the revenue goals, now we go back and zoom back into the business goal, the business planning. So thinking about what things worked well in our business last year, what didn't, how do we do more of the things that worked well and less of the things that didn't work well? Do we need to hire on any support, or do we need to use AI for support? Or do we need to just do less so we don't need to have extra support? And so once we do that business specific reflection, then we start setting goals for ourselves. What projects do we want to work on? Is there anything you want to launch and get out into the world next year? Is there a consistency or some type of schedule you want to stick to? You set these goals, and then you narrow it down to your top 3 goals that are going to be your priority for the year. And then you plan your quarters, quarter by quarter. And so I have some prompts for my clients that I use that help them plan their quarters, their business quarters. But yeah, that is the process. It's a lot of reflection and a lot of knowing yourself and knowing how you work, and also getting to know your audience and what they need from you. So you're coming in from like multiple angles, but hopefully the planning session and the worksheet and the spreadsheets that I have for my clients provide a bit of structure. And you can create these for yourself, or you can just get mine for free. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, there is an educator bundle, and all of these items are completely for free, designed for educators who want to grow their business in 2026. My planning session is one of the things that you can get for free for a limited time. So sign up for the bundle below and then get access to my semester proof business planning session. It comes with an audio walkthrough so you can listen to it and answer the prompts. Okay, that is all. So you'll see some more videos coming out from me on like specifically what I am doing over winter break for my business, because now that I'm not juggling both academia and business, now I'm like, am I resting or am I working? And you'll find out in the next few videos that come up. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any thoughts or ideas or anything you want to see from the YouTube channel as I'm in planning mode, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I will plan some content that I think you'll enjoy. Have a wonderful winter break. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.